All right. Oh, come on. Let's start now. Yeah.
Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have a city to burn.
I am awake, you motherfucker. I am awake. Come on, dude.
Warning for you.
I'm gonna hit mute on you. I'm getting, fuck that shit. I see how it is. Oh, it's on now, motherfucker.
Oh, it is
hi, everybody.
on. All right. Yeah, it's on.
Back everyone.
Damn.
As you can see, Jason is here and he's loving to throw the wrench into Kilted's intro. But I mean, to be fair, Jason did make it for him, so
I don't care. That's not fair. I mean,
I had to,
quiet.
man.
No,
Sorry, I
I'm
had to,
kidding.
brother. I had to, brother.
Oh, God, oh my goodness! Happy Wednesday! Happy Wednesday! Is it a happy Wednesday?
No,
It
it's
rained all
happy
day today.
Thursday for me.
Kilted Savage. I didn't start it. I didn't start anything. It wasn't my fault. That was Jason.
Yeah, it's all me. You know, we Norwegians, man, we like to
Actually,
be assholes.
I thought you were just a regular Joe with a regular job. Average white suburbanite slob. All and porno and come
and
on,
Steve is on it again.
It's just
Steve
a copy
is on
paste. I thought you stopped cleaning your room. Aren't you done? Like, take a break. Take a break, Ark.
I mean, how much cleaning can one person do?
I have kids. Would you like to know? I gave up. I genuinely gave up.
Well, I do not have children.
Pick up your toys. Okay, 5 minutes later, half the shit's already out. Or there's new toys because they found the new stuff that was in the other box.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's like, okay, we'll pick up these and then all this other stuff. And 3 more days. Did a tornado run through?
Did you have a party and we weren't invited?
Oh, dishonor.
Dishonor on your whole family.
Dishonor on you.
Dishonor on your cow.
I want to get that clip. Okay, Steve, fine. So I was telling Becky that I saw the skirted Cajun for sure, and she was all no way, and I was like yes way, but she went no way, so I went yes way, you slut, totally. Fucking Christ, I'm just putting more, adding more shit. Come up with find a new one. Make this entertaining for me.
God,
I challenge you.
I need to clip that and make that into a thing, man.
Go for it. I don't give a shit. What are you gonna do? Embarrass me?
I'm gonna put some music in the background and make a song out of it. Do
it. Do it. So Loki came out season 2, and it accomplished something that Ahsoka did not. Would you like to guess what it is?
It had viewership.
Well, probably yes. Ahsoka viewership is it accomplished something for me.
Got you interested in Loki?
Got me interested in watching the first season, going back and finding out, okay, what's going on here? Yes, I already know a majority of what happened, but I want to see it from. Oh, you go growl somewhere else.
You can growl, but I still love Tom Hiddleston as Loki.
Yes, Tom Hiddleston
He's a good actor.
He is absolutely fantastic. This may not be the same personality, but
I do miss him when he was.
So did we all watch it? Did we all watch it?
Yes, I've seen the episode.
The only thing I did remember of the episode mostly Loki pokey. The mostly what I remembered from this new episode is the Easter egg to X-Men.
Say that again.
They had an Easter egg for X-Men?
They had an Easter egg for X-Men. The door, when the door opens, that's like an Easter egg for the X-Men movies. When the door opens to see Cerebro.
You think so? Just wait, is Cerebro in there? Or
the way it's created and stuff.
The style of the door.
Yeah, and everything. It was
going back to the X-Men movies, the door that opens up when you go into the Cerebro room. I know what you're talking about. I'm just, excuse me. To remember.
And they are going to introduce the X-Men too, but no, for me the episode I didn't hate it. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was just like not much really happens. Like, it is whatever for
Uh,
me. But I will, continue
Wasn't
watching to see what they're
it
going.
wasn't terrible.
it was not terrible. It wasn't great. It wasn't anything to write home about. But for me, a lot of people saying nothing happened. It didn't go anywhere. I like the journey of the story.
Yeah, I like the mystery of what the fuck's going on.
How you get from A to B to C and so on. I've already heard a few, not necessarily spoilers, but nothing really happens until like the end of the last episode. That's supposed to set up this big thing moving forward with the MCU.
Which do we know for a fact whether or not Jonathan Myers?
I wouldn't try to
Okay.
make any sort of speculation until the court case.
We
is
don't
over.
know yet. Yeah, we don't know anything
Wasn't
yet.
he
with
acquitted
that.
though?
I don't know. I don't think. Let's find out. Let's see what the. Because I am curious. I mean,
No,
I
when the charges were dropped, or am I thinking of the guy from Rick and Morty? The charges were dropped.
what's going
Oh
on?
no,
with
no!
Jonathan
The Rick and
Majors?
Morty guy, the Rick and Morty guy. It's gonna be
he
a
got
new
acquitted?
trial because there are new people that suddenly came out and tried to ruin him, even though everything was proven. He was proven innocent.
Complicated
Um,
status. Marvel.
um,
Okay, so we got something from the direct. Let's go ahead and check this out. Because that's what we do. We just kind of do things on the fly. So fuck it. Let's go. Marvel Studios exec admits, this is from October 10th, yesterday, because I can read. Marvel Studios exec admits Jonathan Major's situation is complicated following arrest. So he has been arrested. The way we got here. Though Marvel still has not commented on it officially, Loki Season 2 executive producer Kevin Wright admitted that the situation surrounding Jonathan Majors is complicated. So, as motherfucking usual, we have the title of the article, and in the first paragraph, you repeat the title of the article. I understand you have to put words. We need a certain amount of words. Stop fucking doing that.
But we
It's
know
like,
it didn't.
after
It
so
hasn't
many
affected the series yet. It hasn't affected the series yet. They still, they use his face and
yeah.
everything like that, and he's, he still is in the show, of the trailers that we have seen and stuff. So nothing has really.
They weren't
happened
going
yet
to
with that.
refilm that if they've already filmed it. They were just going to like if he gets here's what I think is going to happen.
Not made a statement.
If he gets found guilty and
See
Disney
what they
keeps
do to
him
me? I was trying to read an article and just interrupt me, just talk over me. It's okay.
Yeah, that's what we do. That's what friends do. That means we're friends, Kilton.
That's what friends are for.
They're going to easily just make it to where a variant looks different from him. That's all they're going to do. Just change the actor.
If they have to. Look, if he's acquitted and found guilty in a court of law, bring his ass back. 100%.
You mean innocent?
What? Oh, yeah.
You said
sorry.
Innocent.
If he's found guilty, throw the book at him. If he's found innocent, give him back his role.
Well,
I'm tired of this court of public opinion where you're guilty.
With, if
guilty
people are innocent, they never get their job back. A lot of them. That is the problem. Not many will get their job back because their livelihood has already been ruined. But it looks like if he's innocent, for him it's a bigger possibility that he will come back.
Well, I mean, he does have one thing going for him.
He plays Kang really well. At least from color.
I'm right too. If he's found innocent, it will be far less controversy than Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. It'll be far less controversial to bring him back because that is the era we live in. Nothing against Jonathan Majors at all. At all. It's just the era we live in. And everybody listening, I'm right.
No, I think he plays a great actor. I think he plays a great Kang. I think he
hasn't done anything spectacular. He hasn't come across, from what I've heard, as any sort of.
Have you watched Ant-Man?
Power? Yeah, I did. He was nothing to write home about.
I'm talking about the power. I'm talking about the acting.
Okay. He's supposed to be this cosmic being that is supposed to be the big bad guy in phase 5, and he's been defeated twice.
You have multiple versions. You have many versions of the character.
And remember that Kang was beaten by the other Kangs, so we haven't seen how powerful that version of Kang is. The basic Kang Conqueror, he's not cosmic level. There is other versions of Kang, like King Kang, I think is what his name is, or Emperor Kang. I can't remember.
Go ahead, continue, please.
No, that was it. That was it.
God
Like-
damn it!
There's different variations of Kang, some that vary in level.
Many, yeah. Some are
Frostbite has
stronger,
an
some are
opinion.
smarter, some are actually more stupid. There is so many variations of him. So it doesn't matter who really loses. One loses, and then you have another Kang
Yeah,
that can take over.
Kang never goes away. He's always there because there's always gonna be another Kang.
We're always missing you, Arc, RC, Arc, whatever.
It's like we had a
30
little
30 years. Goddamn, 30-year sentence.
Yeah. No, but we also, have we did see a little snippet of the blue version of him. That is the version I think they should have used to begin with. That he is.
Are you talking about the poster on the wall?
No, the one
you see him. Yeah, you see him a little in the
Oh, you do?
quantum. Yeah.
Oh. Hunty says, and I agree 100%. I feel like that's the reason people make false accusations. It's no longer innocent until proven guilty. It's guilty no matter what, in spite of evidence that says otherwise.
Yeah, the same thing happened with the actor who played in Wednesday, who played a love interest, the guy with the long hair, who also played in that X-Men TV series, live action X-Men TV series, The Gifted. He got a lot of accusations of being sexually abusive and other stuff, and sending unmature pictures to people and underage people, and that he's like trying to sexualize, touching Jenna Ortega and all that kind of stuff. But they're still friends, and there's no fucking evidence that he did anything.
How old is Jenna Ortega?
Oh, she's around it.
I want to touch
she's of
Jenna
age.
Ortega. Okay. Sorry, I just had I wanted to make sure I could legally get it out.
Yeah.
Like, she is old enough, right? Oh my
Yeah,
god.
she is.
Jesus
Man,
Christ.
don't worry.
definitely
She's
taking that
21.
approach.
She's
Oh,
21, man.
21
She's
years old.
21. She's as old as my sister. So she is
So you are safe to say the naughty things about her. I mean, you can still say naughty things and people will still accuse you of shit. So you're not safe regardless, but you're safe in the terms of you're not going to be called
despite the fact that I'm old enough to be her father, she can call. Never mind.
You want her to call you daddy?
He said it, not me. No.
I said, yeah.
I'd have to shave first, give her a nice smooth place to sit. What were we talking about?
Jonathan Mather.
My number one problem with season 1, and I've said it before, the timeline they took Loki out.
Yeah,
he would not have acted like that.
No, he would not. And I didn't like the whole everything is this because it was supposed to happen. It was like this and this, and
you took agency away from the entire. You took away the stakes. You take away all the heavy implications of a lot of story elements.
You took away why a lot of people actually loved him.
Amber Turd is trying to spread her shit to everyone else. Yeah, there's something going around about
and I didn't like,
accusing Jason Momoa of torturing her on set or some shit like that. What do you do? Make jokes at your expense? The
rumor is that she said that he was dressing up like Johnny Depp on set.
I believe that. That man is hilarious.
Oh no, he made a joke and okay, sounds good to me.
He was in court, stoned off his ass. That shit was hilarious.
Well, he wasn't in court.
No, he was not. He was not in court.
I know he was on. He was on TV.
No, that is a fake video.
Wait, what? Oh,
yeah, he was not there.
No. He wasn't there. He didn't he? Wasn't his testimony?
No, he was not there. I saw the whole thing. He was not there.
He wasn't. He didn't get called in on video.
No. That
So he.
That was not real.
Okay.
Oh, it had me fooled.
That was not real, dude. I watched the whole thing every single day. Never happened.
Did not know that.
Yeah. Even James Franco didn't come. He was supposed to be there too. He never showed up. They didn't want to. Musk was supposed to be there. He didn't show up.
Yeah, everybody trying to distance themselves from such a wonderful woman.
Yeah, that was just a fan edit video.
I will be right back. I'm going to give you something to drink.
But I never liked the female version of Loki, how they did that and make her into a female strong boss and made her, 100% better than Loki. And I didn't like the whole thing that they have feelings for each other and start making out and all that. I
I
was
mean,
just,
I love myself, so there's that.
yeah, good for you. But no, I didn't like it. I did not like Loki, the series. I really didn't. But this season two,
I don't expect to like it. I just want to see so I know the context of what everything is moving forward.
no, I get that. I get that.
Or
But
better
the
context.
best part with that episode is
When Loki
Q
gets kicked in the nuts
Kwan.
6 times?
Oh no, but
Mm,
I'm talking about the episode, the new episode of season 2.
okay.
Ki Kwan from who he played, in Indiana
Short
Jones
round.
back in the day. Yeah,
Short
you know
round. I
he's
thought that
an
I
he's an
thought that
amazing actor.
I thought the time manipulation that they were pulling off, I thought that was interesting.
For me, it was just they haven't established a good breaking story of how their time stuff really works. And that is the problem with the whole MCU, is the whole time travels and time stuff they are doing. They haven't really established it really well, and that's a big problem.
Yeah, I agree.
That is, yeah, they need to have.
I just thought it was neat the way they did it. Time
Yeah.
travel in any sort of show, it can be extremely wonky no matter what you do. I liked Terminator 3, Judgment Day.
Oh yeah, I like the third
I
one.
liked the way that movie went because the way they did it is you cannot change what's going to happen because it's already happened if you think about it.
Judgment Day is the second one, not the third one, by the way.
Well, what's the third one?
That is with that woman, if you remember. That is Rise of the Machines.
The third one is Rise of the Machines? Okay,
Yeah.
where they get to the bunker and Judgment Day actually happens no matter what?
Everything with that whole Judgment Day will always happen, no matter what. You cannot fix the future at
Yeah,
all.
no, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I like the way the
Yeah.
third movie handled it. Because ultimately, the robots came back to life, like everything happened. Because if you do it any other way, it's going to create a paradox. You send the Terminator back in time, it
Yeah.
has to be sent back in time. But there has to be a reason for the Terminator to be sent back in time. That
Yeah. And
reason
they had
is
to accept it,
machines
they
come
had
to
to
arise.
accept the fate. They
You
just had to
cannot
face it.
change what's going to happen. You can only prepare for it, perhaps in some way, shape, or form. If you stop, this, that, or the other, and the idea that you had to stop the Terminator from killing Sarah Connor, well, in the future, obviously that's already happened. That's it's such a wild thing. So in order for everything to happen, in order for the machines to rise at all, they already knew that they failed. So they had to send a Terminator back to have these instances happen that leads to discovering, like, that time period's human society discovering the Terminator technology, advancing themselves by leaps and bounds to fast forward.
Yeah, they did a
Skynet.
proper job. Yeah, they did a proper job with the
I
time
don't think
travel stuff and stuff.
I don't think James Cameron knew what the fuck he was doing at the time. It just kind of happened.
Yeah, but yeah, I agree with Frostfang here.
They got rankings up.
With Terminator Salvation was really good. It's one of my favorites.
That's the one where the dude was half robot, half Terminator, half human, right?
Yeah, he is. And that's when you are in the future and you have all the war and you see
Later, Mark, if you're still here.
You see everything that have happened and all of that, and I really enjoyed that. I'm one of the few people that actually enjoyed Genesis too. I didn't hate it. It wasn't the best, but I didn't hate it. I didn't like the last movie because that was so stupid. Because they changed the future. They changed everything.
Oh, you mean like shooting John Connor in the face with a shotgun in the first 10 minutes?
Yeah,
that was pretty stupid.
Yeah.
It's everybody off. What was the new?
They don't want you. They want you for your womb.
And you wonder why people have a problem with modern storytelling. They're
not trying to what game, Hunty. That depends what game, because we have multiple games.
There's a brand new one that just came out recently.
Yeah, Resistance, isn't it? Yeah, Resistance. That came out 2019.
Video game.
And that was yes, that's a new one. Yes. And if I don't remember wrong, that's also they based it on the future of the Terminator and Terminator 2, The Judgment Day.
But yes, that's a line from the movie. Yep. Sarah Connor says that in the fucking movie. Yep. Yes. Yep. Doesn't want to be a mother, makes motherhood insults motherhood and all this other stuff. Like completely different character from the first two movies. 100% not the same Sarah Connor. Why'd they do that? Because they're ideological twats.
Money will make an actor or an actress change their view in a second.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not saying anything against the actress. It's like, here's money. Say this. Okay. Paid adult pretenders.
Since we are on Loki, I if I don't remember wrong, the first
episode. We're gonna jump around all over the place.
Yeah, we are, but we were, trying to. I'm gonna try to stay on the Loki stuff. What we're talking about. I'm so stay on that. But I know with the Loki episode 1, it was somehow a hit, but it wasn't the biggest show on the premiere of Disney. That it wasn't.
Well, it's diminishing returns. I have a question. Did Loki lose his powers?
No. Remember, magic doesn't work inside the TVA.
Okay, see, I did not know that. That's why I need to go back and watch the first
one. Remember, because it's the same principle why the Infinity Stones don't work in the TVA.
I thought the only reason I thought the Infinity Stones just don't work because they were taken out of their home dimension.
They do that, but then also they use this. They took that ability and they explain it that they manipulated it to where powers don't work in the TVA, no matter who you are. If you're bound to a universe, like a timeline, if you go to the TVA because it exists outside of all that, your powers don't work.
Since they pulled Loki out of the timeline into the TVA, are his abilities going to work?
Yeah. No. So since you didn't watch the first season, whenever they were hunting Sylvia, every time they put him back into the a timeline, his powers were returned to him.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Why? What was the deal with his harness, his gun harness?
So that was just the ending of the last. He had a sword that he had on his back in the last. In the last season, it was whenever he was fighting Sylvia in the end episode. He had it was either a sword or it was the pruning stick.
Okay,
one of those two.
Cool. No. One of the things I definitely liked, I thoroughly enjoyed about this episode was the cinematography. I liked the look of the TVA. I genuinely did. Steve said that it was because it was the whole nostalgia thing, but it's not just that. It was the camera zoom that they used, whatever the aperture, is that the right word? That they used to make a short hallway look like really long. Had to do something with the lens or whatever they were doing. Things looked out of proportion, I guess. Like the depth looked off.
Yeah. You know what we need in this season?
Blowjob? Oh wait, no. Wait, go ahead.
Wow.
I mean, I'm not lying, but go ahead.
Yeah, that's the thing we need. Wow.
What? Oh,
yeah, wow. Because yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, we need that.
Because I was talking to my girlfriend earlier about how I wish that they had kept Sylvia as the Enchantress and not just a variation of Loki, because I like the character that is the Enchantress. Like, I know you don't know you might or may not know who that is.
The Enchantress, that's Sylvia, right?
No. Sylvia is the female, is a variation of Loki it's a female version of her.
Yeah. So who's
just like how it's Loki when he turned into a woman.
Yeah. It's like
in the comics.
Yeah. But in their actual comics, there's a character called the Enchantress. She's another Asgardian who learns the same magic as Loki and is his right-hand person.
Okay. Marvel Enchantress.
Yeah, not DC.
Hello.
DC.
Okay. Sorry. What?
I know a lot of people thought it was Enchantress before it was announced. Oh,
she's got the same sort of headband.
No, it's not.
It's not. They don't.
It's the Loki headband.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a Loki headband.
So they call her the Enchantress. So in the season 1, Loki says your magic is like mine, but it's different. It's not magic. It's enchanting. And that was the little hint that she is the cinematic universe's, and I use air quotes, Enchantress.
I bet $100 that was not their intention.
No, they should have just kept Enchantress to that character.
It would have made a much better character than just being a female Loki.
Yeah, because they, again, they made female Loki being, the typical boss and everything, and better than him. Yada
Oh, they couldn't even give her black hair. Wow.
No, they wanted to make her different from they wanted they did what Star Wars did. They pulled a concept from the books and twisted it and made it their own version instead of just keeping what's from the books onto the screen. They did the same thing that Star Wars has been doing to, the books, like the extra stuff. But other than that, the actress did fine. I don't think she did terrible. As Sylvia.
Scourge had Enchantress with Scourge, but they had Scourge in
Ragnarok.
Yep.
Scourge, which by the way, I love Carl Urban as the Executioner. I thought he was hilarious. I thought he was funny. I mean,
Carl Urban is good actor. I love him as an actor.
Yeah, Carl Urban's fantastic. I do that, especially him as Butcher from The Boys. Oh,
yeah, and now he's gonna be Johnny Cage in a Mortal Kombat movie.
Really?
In the second one?
I want to see him in Dread 2. Dread 2.
Oh, in Dread. Yeah, I loved him in
Finish it. Do. Sorry, getting that on the screen for a little while.
Yeah. Well, that.
Okay.
Point is, I just wish I like the Enchantress in the comics better than this version of the Enchantress. Like, I guess because they didn't want to make
it's not Enchantress. It's just female Loki.
Yeah. The only thing I could see is why they didn't want to call her or make her Enchantress. They didn't want her to be Loki's lackey.
Because you can't have that.
Because that's basically what she
is. If female Loki was Enchantress, I could have gotten over. Okay, they make out. It would have been like, okay, that I can stand by. It's fine, whatever. But
so, would it be considered incest or masturbation?
And that has always been a good question, but it is kind of masturbation in a way because it is him. It is still him, just a female version of him.
What is that? What is that old Greek tale? Where the guy falls in love with himself when he's looking at his reflection.
Narcissus.
What's the name? Yes, it's narcissism. That's what it is, technically.
Well, the god's name is Narcissus. It
wasn't a god; it was immortal.
Okay, but narcissism is named after Narcissus.
Well, the thing is, Steve, the Enchantress didn't use her wilds to dominate men. She actually used mind-altering magic. Like the Loki uses his magic to deceive people by shape-shifting and trickery and all that stuff. She actually warps your mind and controls it. Like she's basically another version of Charles Xavier or anyone who can use mind abilities. Except she doesn't use telepathy or not telekinesis or whatever. She uses magic to warp the minds.
On you.
Like in the comic, whatever. So Loki hired the Enchantress to steal. Well, they stole Bruce Banner from Earth, brought him to Asgard, and then she used her magic to separate Bruce and the Hulk's mind from each other, and then she kept the Hulk like subdued with mind magic, and so where she swapped Loki's mind into the Hulk.
I'm going to read this how Hunty saw this, okay, because it's hilarious. But you can't make a female character use her willies to dominate men.
Are you about to make a trans joke?
Because Hunty accidentally read Wiles as willies for a second. It was funny. I had to share with the class.
Which if you haven't read
I fairly distinctly recall her using her willies to get Thor on her side. No magic required, just boobs.
It really depends on the comic because she does use her mind magic.
So basically, okay. So what Steve is saying is, in most modern day entertainment, at least mainstream nonsense, especially from Marvel and Disney, the femme fatale is extinct. You cannot have a woman using her sexuality, her femininity, her boobs to get her way and manipulate a man, which doesn't really make sense because you just, you're showing men, you're manipulating men instead of trying to physically dominate them, you sexually dominate them, which is what women have been doing since the dawn of motherfucking time. So yeah, that's what Steve's talking about. Not necessarily specific characters, but female characters in general, female protagonists. Like you can't do Black Widow anymore. You can't do the femme fatale for some fucking reason.
Which I don't know why.
If they're gonna do more Black Widow now, it's gonna be quote unquote her sister. So
yeah, which wasn't.
But it's not going to be Black Widow because it's not going to be the femme fatale.
Among Us. Avengers. That was before Avengers 1 was before Disney, right?
Excuse me. First Avengers.
I think it all depends on who was in charge at the time. They had the same crew was in charge of the properties when Disney bought them. They stuck around for a little while until they were slowly phased out, and the Loki took over.
Yeah, but Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow, she pretended to be the whole damsel in distress thing to trick the people into giving her what she wanted. Yep. Made herself seem weak, so that way they felt safe. So I don't know why they stopped doing it, but all right.
Because #MeToo. Yeah, I said it. Modern day radical feminism. Yeah, sorry. Who's going to deny it? Who's going to argue against me? You can't, because you don't have a leg to stand on. When it happens over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, the hyperbole becomes reality. Bad jokes with a Russian accent.
Wow. So the Avenger movie was produced by Marvel Studio and distributed by Walt Disney Studios. The last thing they really did that was not Disney was first Avenger. That was Paramount.
And then Disney got their grubby little talons around it. And if you remember, when Disney took over Star Wars, when Disney took over Marvel, we were all excited because, more Star Wars, and thinking we were going to get some
I was never excited. Never excited for that.
Okay, but again, you hate everything. A lot of people were excited. Okay,
not everyone.
A lot of people were excited.
A lot of people.
The only thing that I was excited for was we might have gotten like a Marvel Disney crossover. I mean, a Marvel Star Wars crossover.
For fuck's sake, no.
They did it in the comics, and I liked it. All right.
I want that about as much as I want another Transformers G.I. Joe crossover, and that one makes more sense. Even though we're going to get it in a movie one day. Why? Because at the end credit scene or the last scene in Rise of the Beasts, dumbass movie.
Well, speaking of Transformers, I know this is a little off topic, but I just got done and watched the
off topic.
Yeah, we're talking about Loki.
I was watching the newest Death Battle that came out, and they had Megatron versus Frieza.
I'm sorry, what? Epic Rap Battles of History?
No. Death Battle.
Death Battle.
Yeah, Death Battle.
I miss Epic Rap Battles of History.
It's still going.
That was fun.
Epic Rap Battles of History. Best ones: Adolf Hitler versus Darth Vader. The best ones.
Can you say the Adolf name anymore still, or is that get you in trouble?
I don't know. Just say Adolf. It's a live stream. It's not monetized. I don't give a fuck. Oh no, they're gonna demonetize us. Yeah. Okay.
But no, with the whole Loki,
demonetize the stream.
We at least they're doing the whole time slipping thing with him. At least that's something that we learned, that he's suffering from that condition.
I thought the animation looked cool.
Yes, I thought the CG for that looked very cool. Tom Hiddleston again. We'll just attribute this to him chewing up the scene. His motions, his mannerisms, and everything as he's being pulled all apart.
But he's a good actor,
He's a fantastic actor. So, yeah, that's getting a lot of people to watch it, not because of Loki, but because of Tom Hiddleston.
That is why a lot of people are watching it. It's because of him also.
Him standing next to Owen Wilson? Jesus Christ. Or is Owen Wilson just short? Wow.
No, so it is still, it's still a
Do
whole
you
thing.
have to bring this this fucking Jesus Christ? Oh, John Campea is, I don't know what he is.
I
Paint
don't even
chip
know.
eating shill of shills is all he is. You're gonna sit there and say, "Oh, the She-Hulk twerking was so." Jesus Christ! What? Owen Wilson's 5'10". How tall is Tom Hiddleston? 6'3". Fuck. What did he? It was incredible, magnificent. What the hell did he say? Absolute, just. Oh. You have some people who just kind of pick one side over the other and form their opinions, and you have other people who are just so mentally deranged, gone off the deep end, that they have lost touch. I was close, 6'2".
Damn it, I was just about to, I was googling that as you said it.
Steve's here. Why would you do that?
To be useful.
Here he comes, the great and powerful. Fucking brilliant. The She-Hulk twerking scene with a rapper no one's ever fucking heard. No, she's not an actress. No. The Megan Thee Stallion? No.
You have no idea who she is.
No, nobody does. Hardly anyone does. But she's supposed to be some, she's a rapper. Okay. Like rap music on par with Robin Hood. Okay. I still haven't watched the second episode of that. I don't think I can. I don't. Every time I think about it, I try to find something else to do. But Loki. Depending on how the show goes, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to think.
Well, I hope we just don't get another what you call it?
First episode's good, and it goes downhill from there.
Yeah, well, WandaVision, like the first few episodes were great. The mystery was good, the buildup was good, but then the ending was kind of like, eh.
The buildup, they had no idea what they were fucking doing.
Yeah, I just hope we don't get another version of that. No, I'm not. I did like Loki season 1. I know, Jason, you didn't like it, but I did. I thought it had some good moments, and it gave me some good theory crafting with me and my friend John, not Russo, other John.
Yeah, you don't have to say that.
Point is, it gave me something for me and him to talk about, week to week basis of just like discussing what could be happening and what comic they can be pulling this from. Also, we have a theory that Loki stole the time stone, at least. I would not put it past him. If he brings it back to inside of the universe, it will work again. You know that, right? So there's a scene in the first season where I have never seen Loki have this power before. There's a building that's collapsing. He stretches out his hands. We don't see the magic glow from his hands because his hands are off screen. He glows green like his normal magic, and he reverses the building from collapsing. Loki's never had that power. So me and my friend John were theorizing that he stole the time stone.
Is it possible they planned something ahead? See, now I really have to go back and watch the first season.
Yeah, you don't see his hands.
I've been saying that for 3 fucking weeks.
Like, he just takes his hands, he makes like a T pose, and his hands go off screen. You see a green glow, and the building reverses.
He made a T pose?
Like, he stretches his arms out wide.
He was in Cyberpunk 2077 on the console? What? Why not?
I don't know.
It's funny.
I don't know. What do you think, Jason? Do you think he has the time stone?
He's AFK right now.
Oh, I didn't see that. But yes. So like, he has a moment where like in the first season where like the dude showed him the stones they've collected from all the variants who've come into their TVA, and the dude looks away, and we cut away from it. Loki is a thief and a trickster. Why wouldn't he grab a handful of stones? He was pining after the time stones.
So the possibility of reinserting the Infinity Stones, all the Infinity Stones into his timeline or into whatever timeline.
Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, they always can just go grab the stones he can just grab the stones from the drawer and bring them back at any point.
Oh God, really? Loki'd be damned if any Kangs gonna put their greasy hands on the time stone. So he hid it in the only place he knew he could hide something. His ass. For 5 long years, he wore the stone up his ass. I was halfway through reading that before I realized, like, wait, I need to be doing this in the Christopher Walken accent. Oh,
Well,
I'm not
point
reading it
is,
again.
there's a, like I said, there's
have
a
a point?
theory that he stole some of the stones and he used them because Loki's powers are like he can hide shit with magic and he can shapeshift. Those are the two powers that I know him to
Illusion,
have.
all that stuff, trickster,
Illusion,
whatever, chaos, all that
magic.
stuff. Mhm.
Yeah. Point is, he's never shown the power to like stop a falling building and reverse it.
Yeah.
That's time stone shit. That's basically what Thanos did to Vision when he took the Mind Stone from Vision's head.
The possibility that fans coming up with theories 100 times better than anything Disney writer could possibly.
I mean, it is the easiest way for them to bring this reinstill the stones into the Marvel universe, because Thanos is gone, so there wouldn't have to be someone hunting the stones, unless for some reason Ultron is still around, which I doubt it, because the Ultron what if stuff would make. I've always liked Ultron having the stones. It's because he does cool shit with it. But all the stones would also give them an edge of fighting Galactus and other cosmic level beings. But then again, I don't know how much of a threat things are going to be with Wanda, Captain Marvel, and whatever her name, Gaia's character. Gaia, that's right, Gaia.
I don't think we're going to see Gaia forever. Gaia is. I don't see her coming back.
If if Marvel's continue with the whole girl boss thing, I wouldn't be surprised if Captain Marvel is able to solo Galactus, which she can't, by the way. The only time she is able to solo Galactus is if she absorbs the power cosmic. Same with Thanos. She has never been able to beat Thanos one-on-one, at least in the older comics. I don't know what the newer comics have done to her. They probably powered her up to where she's the most powerful, whatever. Point is, in the original comics, unless she absorbed cosmic energy or went and enough cosmic energy go into binary state, she would not be able to fight Thanos one-on-one like she does in the movies, let alone Galactus or Mephisto or any cosmic being. The Silver Surfer would smoke her.
Man.
But anyway, the premise of this first episode, I am liking it. Like
I don't mind slow burn stories. And I think there was enough in this 45 minutes to keep me paying attention, unlike Ahsoka. I'm going to keep bringing it up. Why are you doing that? Because I'm comparing shit. You compare live action to live action. You compare animation to animation. You compare story to story, pacing to pacing, and all kinds of stuff. And I think Ahsoka and Loki, season 2, are a bit more comparable. I'll agree with this. They're more comparable than One Piece live action to Ahsoka live action. Because One Piece live action, beginning of the story, move forward. I'm watching Loki season 2, and I'm seeing things that go, wait a minute, I'm curious. What happened here? What is this character? And yes, I know Ouroboros OB is not in season 1. He's a new character made after this one, as well as the time loom that was made. That's inserted in this season. It wasn't in the first season, was it?
Yes, it was.
It was.
You see it at the end. That's the first time we see it in the cinematic universe. Was at the end of season 1. We also see it in Spider-Verse. Oh, not Spider-Verse. Into the second Spider-Man. Miles
they don't
Morales
reference it. They don't reference it though. You just kind of see it. Huh?
No. That's because they didn't give it a name. They call it the time stream. Obi calls it the time loom. The time loom. But like, Kang shows it to us in the last episode of Loki season 1. We don't see it again until Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Is it Into the Spider-Verse was the second one? Or was it Across the Spider-Verse? Was that the second one?
Across the Spider-Verse is the second one.
We see it again when Miguel pulls it up.
How Miguel is wrong.
Sorry, Miguel got a hold of it. That shit. I have no idea how Miguel got it. But anyway, and then it's the same time loom that we've seen across to show you that it's the way that Marvel is using it to connect that Spider-Man to the MCU. So, but yes, we've seen the time loom before. That is not a new concept.
I will have to go back. I've got to watch it.
It wasn't as bad as you think it is. I know you have the gripe about what
Now,
time
the
when they
problem
with how they pulled
with
Loki
what
right
they
from the
did to
Avengers when he
Loki.
tried to conquer Earth. Now, if they had pulled it from like right after Thor Ragnarok, I mean not Thor Ragnarok,
Maybe.
Thor 2, the Dark World, whenever Loki decided to join Thor because the Dark Elves killed his mother, yeah, I'd probably believe it a little bit more.
Yeah, it was a little bit closer to Thor at the time. So, yeah, maybe.
Well, to be perfectly honest, in some fair, there were some scenes, I know it's very far and few in between, where like Loki and Thor had moments
Uh-huh.
where
Yeah, it was called a character arc across numerous movies
I'm talking about in
where you
Avengers
show
1.
his Yeah.
He did have small moments. Like whenever Thor attacked the Quinjet that Stark and Captain America were like transporting Loki as a prisoner, Thor grabbed him out of the ship, and then they had a small, it wasn't there for long, but it was a small moment where like, where Loki was sitting there, he had tears in his eyes, like, did y'all mourn me? And he's like, of course we did. Small shit like that. And then I know it doesn't fully excuse it, but this is pre-Disney Marvel, so I'm trying to give it so much more credit.
Not everything that's come out of Disney has been garbage, whether it's Star Wars or Marvel.
I'm just saying this.
Unfortunately, the piles of garbage are far more abundant than the entertaining things.
I'm just
That's
saying
the issue.
there were some, and also remember, I want you to remember this. I'm not trying to defend Disney entirely, but this is a different Loki from the comics. This Loki has been a lot more sympathetic.
I'm not even talking about that.
I know. I'm
not,
saying like your
I'm
whole.
not comparing him to the comics. I'm comparing him to how they set him up in the movie.
I'm trying to explain that. So
why are you bringing up the comics? I'm not talking about the comics.
I'm if you let me finish, I'll get to the part. I mean, that's fine. My girlfriend does.
Set you up and knock it out the park. There you go.
So, in the comics, before honestly, Loki was a lot more evil in the comics, and because of the movies, that's when they started changing him. Or when the MCU started introducing Loki, that's when they started changing him. But even back before, way before Disney had its hands in it, the comics were starting to change because the Thor and Loki. I mean, the Thor movie, the first one, Loki wasn't as evil. Like Loki. The whole reasoning behind Loki's motivation is because he felt his father loved his stepbrother more than him, which in the comics, yes, that was why he did it. But also Loki still had some affection for his father and his mother, which he never had in the comics. In the comics, Loki was just a dick who just wanted to rule. He wanted to rule Asgard and Jotunheim. Like Loki in the movies is a lot more sympathetic than the comics version of Loki. They humanized him more in the movies than they did in the comics. So him watching the rest of his life from where the Avengers left off, it's not 100% not believable because this isn't the Loki that you know of from the old comics.
Yes, you keep saying that, and what you have to understand is the timeline they pulled Loki out of the movie. I do not believe he would have acted like that or succumbed to the going like, "Oh, that's what happened to me. I'm so sad." No bullshit. Fuck you. He would not have believed a single fucking bit of footage.
Also, if you also watch season 1, he kept trying to escape the TVA. By the way, he didn't just. I know he did manipulate them a lot to try and escape. Until realistically, he stopped trying to escape when he met Sylvia. When he met her, he
met
stopped
himself and wanted to have
no. She beat him in a quick fight. In a fight, she got the jump on him, and then he was like, "Oh no, I need to prove that I'm the better Loki." His whole motivation for staying with the TVA before the whole Kang shit got involved was like, "I need to prove that I'm better." So he let his narcissism get out of him.
Yeah, see, that's another reason why I need to watch the first season. I need to see the delivery. I've heard all these things that they did, but from biased sources, and I understand that, but I need to see how it is presented. Well, presentation is everything. You'll never be a bad guy. Why? Wait, oh fuck, what's that line? The difference between you and me? Presentation.
Well,
anybody? No? Okay.
No.
Fuck. YOLO. Or OLO. Metrocity? No?
No.
Fuck, what
But-
is the name of that goddamn movie? Thank you.
Oh, Megamind. I haven't seen Megamind in years. But
off. Hold on. I'm gonna do it. 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 I'm gonna do it.
There is no Easter bunny.
can you play? Oh, it's only 46 seconds. You might be able to get away
Yeah,
with this.
no.
There is no Tooth Fairy, and there is no Queen of England.
What?
You never seen this?
No, I have. I haven't. It's been so long.
The Spider.
This is the real world, and you need to wake up.
That's Jonah Hill.
And there's so many things that would get hit with copyright.
That's Jonah Hill playing him, right?
Yep. Do. What
We'll
is
just
it,
talk
7
over it. We'll
seconds?
just
8
keep-
seconds.
We'll just
Well,
keep
we can sit there and
talking
talk
over
about 8
the,
seconds. And
Yeah, we can just sit there and talk over the music so that way they can't catch it. I do think people love this because Will Ferrell did a good job as
this movie is just all around fantastic. I mean, it really is. I've watched it so many times.
Challenge Megamind.
You dare challenge Megamind. We still there? Okay.
Yeah, I'm still here.
No, I'm talking about the stream. Fucker.
Oh yeah.
This
Been
town
doing a
is
check on
big
it.
enough for 2 supervillains.
Oh, you're a villain, all right.
Yep, it's still we're still on the stream, so
Yeah,
we're
I
good.
know. We'll find out later. I don't care. It's not monetized anyway. Fuck it.
Just
I mean,
not
you always
a
just cut this
super
piece out.
Yeah? What's the difference?
Presentation.
That's it.
Hmm.
You're a villain, all right, but you'll never be super. Yeah, what's the difference? Presentation. I'm sorry. That should move. That fucking awesome. Fucking god damn it. Yes, I know we're still here. Yeah, it'll check it later. I don't care. Oh no, you're gonna get hit with copyright. Nah, whatever.
I mean, you could always just like say clip it out. It's not hard.
I'm probably gonna have to clip it out whenever I upload it to the other one, to the other channel. Oh, hold on a second. I'll be right back. AFK for a second. I gotta turn my AC on. I forgot to do that.
So apparently, it is once again up to me, everyone. You have this lovely monotone voice to keep you entertained as I ramble on about.
Lovely monotone voice to listen to.
Thank you, Jason. I'm glad I'm not alone.
And we are talking about pop culture, and there's so much fun stuff that's going on.
Look,
You
hey,
know,
look. I'm the only
Connor,
one.
we have a person who wanted Connor Kent to be Connie Kent because representation is important. Really
What are
great
you
stuff.
talking about?
Huh? Max Visaggio.
Yeah.
Max Visaggio is a DC untalented writer, artist, whatever. And she
wanted
had
to make Connor Kent trans.
Yeah, she had a story plan that's never coming out, thank the Lord. That to make Connor Kent, Superboy, the clone, to make him a trans woman.
Yeah, because all the struggles and everything else in his life, and he's already a lesbian the way he looks, with the shaved head on the sides, leather jacket, the way I look in normal life,
Because we're all a bunch of lesbians.
Yes, we are.
But yay,
I love women. I love women though. So
see, you're a lesbian.
yeah,
I'm glad you admit it. So we got a whole bunch of foolishness. So Loki just came out, but we have the Marvels coming out soon. And yet we have one announcement after another of things getting pushed back, postponed, rumors that all kinds of stuff is getting scrapped. Blade has been one problem after another. But then
rewrites.
This rumor came out today with Daredevil Born Again reportedly scrapped as Marvel plans to start from scratch.
Not surprising. If it's true, it's not surprising. They're gonna reinvent the whole character in this show.
Well, are they okay? So are they doing the rewrites because they know what they have is hot garbage and nobody's going to be interested,
or make it more modern?
You know what? I'll be meeting Charlie Cox in January. I'll ask him myself.
Yeah, and he'll be able to say no comment. I'm gonna hold out hope, and maybe that slim. I know that little pubic hair slim bit of hope that maybe the studios are finally waking up and realizing how much money they've been losing, and because the strike was beneficial to them.
Mm.
They got to
I don't
purge
know,
all the.
man.
They
I
got
have
to
a bad
purge so
feeling
many
about
writers.
it.
They were able to get out of numerous contracts, and now merit. Maybe if merit becomes a thing again, no, there's got to be something in these contracts that allows the studios to null and void the contract if the show's not making any money. There has to be something in there for it.
Well, I don't know what all entailed with the contracts. All I know is that like I've been seeing a bunch of like the writers go on Instagram and social media saying, "Oh, we won. We got what we wanted." Like
That's
that's
because they're stupid. I can't imagine. Okay, mega corporations are mega corporations because they make smart business decisions. And I'm sorry, I can't imagine that they would make any sort of deal where they're going to come out at the short end of the stick. It's just difficult
Because
for me to.
I heard a little bit about this
Rich people
rumor,
are rich because they don't like to spend money.
and what I heard about this rumor when I was going through this earlier on today is the rumor does claim that they're gonna try to do some original plans for Daredevil Born Again, and basically retool it and with a new creative vision for the show.
Maybe something more similar to the original Daredevil Netflix show. But then again, this is Disney Plus. How violent is it going to be?
It is not
Well, I
gonna be
mean-
as violent. That is the thing. I don't think so. And they already connected this with the MCU, and they wanted this to be a part of the MCU.
Oh no, yeah, that's happening.
Yeah, so that's another problem. It's like they should have just kept, this Daredevil show to be on Netflix and continued on doing what they were supposed to do. That is the thing. They should have never canceled this show. They canceled the other stuff. Okay, sure. Not all of them were super great, but they should have continued with just have it on Netflix because it stopped somewhere and they were supposed to, continue with it.
So let's see what this says. Looks like Marvel's hitting the reset button. Blah blah blah. Where is it? According to THR, the series is being scrapped and done again from scratch, letting head writers Chris Ord and Matt Corman go. Oh, let them go. With that's a comma. So the lead writers will let go, with plans to restructure the entire series from scratch, leaning more towards traditional episodic TV. Like anybody want to take guesses on what that means?
That can mean a lot of things in their view, but
episodic TV show. So it's gonna just each episode is gonna be a standalone story with a larger story arc, or is it gonna lead to something?
if they
it's
do a
just
bunch
gonna
of,
be
like-
filler episodes. Is there gonna, what are they gonna go for? What they're gonna do?
I mean, if they do like what they did, like the old cartoons, where like he's solving a crime per week, like the little like the old
but it really
Spider-Man
doesn't
and
fit what they're doing with the live action universe. They need to have like a proper story that continues with the episodes, like they've done.
Yeah, there've been a lot of successful live action shows that had episodic stories with a larger overarching story.
You need to look at the timeline, but you need to also look at the timeline of what they're doing with these shows and the story that they want to build up. Certain episodes here and there depends if they depends on how many episodes they're gonna go for, if it was 18 or less, but you can always have like certain small episodes that are a little bit filler, but the filler still needs to have some sort of story that will connect with the others, with the characters.
Okay, so apparently the version of the show that Ord and Corman, who were only ever head writers, not showrunners, had created leaned far more on the procedural drama of things, becoming more like a superhero Law and Order than the next.
Oh, that should have been. No. It should have been. He's a lawyer. It would have been fun to see. Actually, see him.
Than the Netflix series, so less action, less violence. I think that's what it means. More of a courtroom drama
And I wouldn't mind that.
than the
We need that
Netflix
too.
series, known for its significant violence, had ever been. So Disney apparently cored those two chuckle fucks wanted to do more, courtroom drama. I said that 3 times. I don't care.
Yeah, but you could have, done a mix of it. That's a good thing with Daredevil. It works with him to have a mix of the violence and him as a hero and all that and fighting, yada
Yeah, see,
yada.
like
And a little lawyer stuff here and there would work fine with the character, though. That I will agree, because he's a lawyer, and if you read comics or watch other stuff, that makes sense for his character, though. But if it's just gonna be like all like 90% just Law and Order shit, no, I'm not into that. I don't want to see that a whole fucking season just with slow Law and Order stuff. If you're gonna do Daredevil, you have to do the mix between it all with his character. Because he is Daredevil, but it's also himself, and he is a lawyer, so you have to mix it in a perfect, decent way. They did a little bit on that with the original TV
the
series.
Netflix series
And
was good
yeah,
because there was a
yeah,
scene.
they did a proper job with that when mixing everything together, and they had like a maintained storyline. Did pretty well. I really liked when everything ended up, with the Defenders. I liked some of the crossover stuff. It was really well done, more thought through. Unfortunately, they canceled everything. I liked Iron Fist season 1, 2. I
You
liked Iron.
what?
Yeah, I liked
How?
I
I'm sorry. What?
yeah, I didn't hate it. I did not hate Iron Fist season 2. It actually built something. I was not the biggest fan of the woman in the show, but I liked the actor. I think he did a bit better job in season 2, and he actually did some of the fighting himself this time. He actually put time to work out and train for it. Season 1 was really terrible. He didn't do that at
Season 1 was
all.
garbage.
But it had certain stuff there that I did like. I did not hate Iron Fist season 2, and I can see a lot of potential with season 1 and 2 if you do a fan edit of it. It has a lot of great stuff you can do a fan edit of and make it into a movie instead. A lot of stuff you can do to make it better. Season 3 could have been a lot better because it ended up in a cliffhanger. I would have loved to have a season 3 to see what they were going to go for. But with Daredevil, that is the one that did the best of all of them with Justice.
For an example, Kilton, because you didn't watch it, there's a scene in like the final finale where so Daredevil got Kingpin arrested. Then he brought him to court as a lawyer, and he lost the case because they were like, "Oh, you were brought in by a vigilante, so we can't accept any of this evidence." They did proper lawyering, unlike She-Hulk.
Unlike She-Hulk.
Yeah, it was a lot of good proper lore with a lot of stuff he did.
Whenever he was let go for the technicality, Daredevil was like, "Okay, I can't get you in the court. I'm gonna get you in the streets." And then he went back and made Kingpin. He beat the hell out of him, and basically,
I really hated that they brought in Kingpin in Hawkeye too. Really like that.
I loved Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin.
Vincent D'Onofrio is fantastic.
He is a good Kingpin. I just didn't like that they brought him in Hawkeye. I wish that this universe with Daredevil and all of them was just their own universe. We don't need a whole. Everything's going to be in one universe. Just let them
Crossovers
be
and
their.
cameos, crossovers and cameos. Steve talks about one thing a lot of people are agreeing with. How much story, I'm going to add story to that. How much story could they really get done in 6 episodes of a season?
And depends on how long the episode. It depends.
Even if they're an hour long, you're limited. And if you had the ability,
sequel series,
One Piece was
John Wick
was limited to 8, right?
Yeah, but you have the John Wick thing, and
but you have to know how to fill it. You're depending on talented writers,
and I was going to say the
directors and everything.
Series,
so
the sequel series to John Wick did a proper job there. A lot of people love it, and I'm going to watch it myself. But a lot of people said it's basically 3 movies in one in that series, and they filled everything up really properly. And if you have 1 hour plus episodes, you need to be a good writer and creator to put in everything that works in every episode and actually create a full story between certain episodes. They could have you can have short, you can have 6 run episodes and still do proper stuff with all that. You just need to have the right writer, director, yada yada, and put the stuff in what you need to have. and you can do a good proper story with all of it. But it
How,
always depends on who's behind the scenes and who's creating the show.
Steve, remind me how many episodes the contracts we're talking about? After so many episodes, you have to add more writers to the writers' room. How many
That's
was it? Was
bullshit.
it 5 or 6? No, that's part of the contract. Yes, that was part of the WGA contract, where if a season continues for so many episodes, then after a certain episode, they're allowed to bring in more writers to the writers' room. And my first comment was, okay, well, you're going to see this many episodes per season. They're going to shut it off. Yeah.
That's stupid though.
So
Why that's lazy. Why not just make your own story?
Yeah.
Or just adapt the comics. Like I don't
Uh,
understand why it's so fucking hard.
Because they think they can take the comic book stories and do them better, and they have zero creativity. We've seen this over and over. You saw it with Rings of Power. You saw it with fucking Cowboy Bebop live action. You see it with all these different franchises where the writers, these pompous, narcissistic writers, come in and believe that, oh, I'm going to take Tolkien's story and we're going to write it better than he ever did. We're going to write the stories that Tolkien never could. It's like, do you realize who you're pissing off with that one single statement? Like the people, and then it comes out and it's filled to the brim, overflowing with modern day tropes, ideological nonsense, and stereotypical bullshit. And they wonder why people are turning it off. Ratings are plummeting, and that's outside of the diminishing returns. Combination of bad storytelling, bad writing, bad acting, bad CGI, bad performance, bad pacing. Top it all off with one bad shit after another, one pile after another of recycled, regurgitated nonsense.
And we also know when they're doing this Daredevil thing, and if they're gonna use Kingpin and all of this too, they have to like explain and connect it with Hawkeye. If not, it's gonna be a really weird thing again. Or they're gonna do, oh, it's a multiverse then, or not. But they have to explain the ending of Hawkeye with Kingpin and how he is in that show, what's going on, and all that kind of stuff.
No,
So they
you
still
can
have
just
a
go
lot
back
of
and
it.
watch Hawkeye, right?
Yeah.
Ahsoka fans, huh?
Yeah, you
Just go back and watch those episodes instead of giving any sort of hint. The amount of homework that was necessary. And then a lot of things I heard is like, that's not the same Ahsoka. That's not the same. Oh, they've grown. Oh, fuck off. They're not interesting.
Yep. So
whereas One Piece is just a fantastically paced, wonderful story with strong parental male figures that are just absolutely great lessons. Great this, great that, wonderful this, wonderful that. Hoshi, you should watch it. That was just rambling for me to get to the point.
I would just rather, I would rather admit that Rey is a better Skywalker than Luke and Anakin combined than watch One Piece.
Okay. So
no. Yes. No, bro. No. We can't have that shit here. That is not allowed. Strike one. Strike one.
Hold on, I want to get on bottom.
You want to be on bottom?
So Kilted is confirmed he's a bottom.
He did. But no, so they have a big explanation.
Neither confirm nor deny.
But they have a big explanation with the whole thing, how Kingpin is in both things, both series.
It's his doppelganger.
Yeah, it's doppelganger. So they have to explain that with this, and we also, we had Daredevil in the Spider-Man movie, She-Hulk, and they all need to connect all the dots with the show with those kind of things. So...
Which I will say, it does fit that Daredevil was defending Spider-Man, because in the comics, I know this is
yeah. I'm just talking about they need to explain, the whole thing with his own show and the connection and the dots with the whole universe that they're doing.
Just write the story and let it play out. See where it lands.
And especially with, of course, Kingpin. But unfortunately, they're not going to continue the story that was on Netflix. That is the biggest problem. Because that is what people loved. We want to know what happens. We want to know what happens next. We want to see more of that storyline. That's
Okay.
what the fans want.
I mean,
That's what
correct
we
me if I'm
need.
wrong. Like they ended the show, right? They didn't. There was no cliffhanger we got left on, right?
On what show?
On like the season 3 of Daredevil, there was no cliffhanger. Like he settled shit with Kingpin. I say settled, but like he sort of pseudo settled shit with Kingpin, and then that was it. They squashed it, and then they were like, because I feel like they got canceled. So they wrote the show to where like it's the last season.
So what I remember from the final scene,
Kingpin
of,
saw who he was. He took off the mask in front of Kingpin, right?
because what I remember is that Pondexter agreed to undergo experiment surgery to repair his back and all that, and the camera,
You
it
mean
does
Bullseye?
focus. Yes, that was basically the ending. In the final scene of season 3, was teasing to Bullseye.
Yeah.
Yep. So it did have a cliffhanger.
No.
It had
Well,
a little cliffhanger.
I doubt we'll ever see Bullseye. If we do see Bullseye, it's gonna be like Crossbones. You're getting for like a scene, and he's gonna die.
Yeah. The best what a cool Bullseye would have been? Jason Statham. But he didn't want to. He didn't want. He didn't get any roles in the MCU, and he doesn't want to be there. He did talk about that shit, but
But he's got his own little franchise now with the Fast and the Furious.
it is gonna be more. When they're gonna continue more with the Expendables, it's gonna be more Jason Statham based. If they're gonna continue. That's what the new movie also teased to, because the movie was basically just about him. I'm not going to spoil the movie, but it's mostly about him. But no, the Daredevil season 3 had a cliffhanger with building up with the Bullseye story, and I think that, I love Bullseye. It would have been really, really cool to see, because they really did a good origin there, because with the fixing with the back and everything, that happened, one of the origin stories with Bullseye back in Daredevil 181, if I don't remember wrong. That was one of the, that was the birth basically of Bullseye. So they teased up to a cool season that could have been, and having Bullseye in there. And that would have been a cool dynamic, a cool battle, between Daredevil and Bullseye, and would have been interesting to see how they would have worked all of that out. But they are reimagining the whole Daredevil stuff now with the MCU and connecting with the MCU. We are not gonna have the same Daredevil.
Nope.
And if I don't remember wrong, the actor himself didn't mind if they changed the story and all that. If I don't remember, we did talk about that.
Of course not. He's getting paid.
Yeah.
I mean,
we did
You
talk
paid
about
a good
that.
chunk of change too.
We did talk about that some years ago or something, a year ago or 2 years ago or something like that. So he didn't mind that, and just like he just gets a paycheck. And will it be R-rated like the former
No.
ones? I doubt
No.
it. It's gonna
Well,
be
it
more
might if they're going to be doing that with Daredevil.
With Deadpool, no.
Deadpool.
Deadpool is in a different
Theatrical-
universe.
no,
The thing with Deadpool, it is in a different
theatrical release. No, theatrical release versus Disney Plus. They can't. They are absolutely terrified of putting anything like that on Disney Plus because
They
I
have
mean,
to
that
do
we
this.
did.
They have to
Well,
do
you
this.
haven't
They have
watched.
to do this with Deadpool. This is the thing. They have to do this with Deadpool, and this is what their other movies.
because otherwise
have been
nobody's
about.
going to watch it.
You haven't
Yeah,
seen Werewolf by Night yet, have you? Kilt it.
It was one of the first fucking shows we talked about.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm just thinking about.
Oh
something
yeah,
else.
that's right. Jesus, I know
Yeah,
it's.
but-
I know we're on
Anyway,
episode 39, but golly,
Look,
Yeah.
man,
And we know
they did
Deadpool is
show
still in
they
a
put a
different
sword through
universe.
someone's head.
it was
that's
in
the-
black and white. That's the reason why it was filmed in black and white. The only thing
Yeah.
red in that was the stone.
Yeah, I know. So with Deadpool 3, it's
And they
still
got
in
a
its own
minifigure for-
universe.
They got a minifigure for the werewolf.
Nice.
I want to get it.
But Deadpool is in its own universe, and they're of course gonna mock it with the universe stuff and time travel stuff.
Which that's Deadpool.
Yes,
Well,
but it's still
maybe.
in its own universe. He might travel through the MCU and his universe and all that. We have seen pictures and teaser stuff here and there behind the scenes. So we'll see what they're gonna do there, but that's still gonna be R-rated, like the others. So you could never, they did try to do the holiday special with Deadpool and Deadpool 2 and make it like a holiday special, no R rating. Worked really terrible, really terrible. But with Daredevil, it's not gonna be the same at all. So we might get action, but it ain't gonna be the same. This is gonna be Disney-fied with Daredevil.
Yep.
Well, we'll just have to see.
Are you not entertained?
No.
No, I'm not. No. No. But let's see where Loki goes. Oh.
I mean,
after one episode, it's hard to talk about too because you need a little bit more to happen.
Not much happens.
I mean, like I said,
Can't
Loki
disagree.
So far,
it's just an introduction to the show, to certain stuff. It's just an introduction.
It's got me interested. I'll give it that. It's got me curious and interested.
It's got me interested, but it's more of an introduction to the story arc of what they're going to try, what they're trying to do. Who tagged Loki in the back when he was opening up the elevator to see Sylvie, and which Sylvie is that?
There's only one.
Okay, so she was that was in the past.
Now she works.
No,
at
that was the
McDonald's
future.
or something.
No, she doesn't work. No, she doesn't work there. She was just eating there. She was ordering food.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was a Whataburger or something else. I forgot that's what McDonald's used to look like. Do you have Whataburger over there, Jason?
Whataburger? I don't know what the fuck that is. No,
hey, that answers my question.
Joint. Yes, we have Burger King, McDonald's.
What about Checkers? What about Checkers and Rallies?
No.
Jack in the Box?
Stuff. No.
Oh.
So what fast food burger place? Here's the easier question. What fast food burger places you got?
McDonald's, Burger King, something called Barry's. We have a lot of gas stations and other small shops, Campino and other stuff like that. It is small places, but the biggest ones are, of course,
the major chains.
And Max, of course, Max, the Swedish store, they sell terrible burgers. If you ever go to Norway, never go to Max. That's the worst.
Again,
worst burgers. They taste nothing. They taste nothing, and it's just one of the worst places. No, not many people like that, and they're
like Wendy's here.
Yeah, we can say it like that in a way. Then
Wendy's burgers are bland as shit. Once you get past the cheese and the sauce, like the meat's just bland.
Yeah, and it's overpriced as fuck. It's not great. If I don't even like McDonald's that much, so
it's really okay for a quick fix.
Nah,
I like their nuggets.
I'd rather go.
My digestive tract doesn't like McDonald's.
I like Burger King better.
Oh,
but
yeah,
the best
I do like
burger in Norway that I've ever tasted in my fucking life with a fast food store, that is the gas stations where I live really close by. They make the best fucking burgers I've ever had in a fucking gas station or fast food place. It's so fucking good and so fucking juicy. They always know how to fucking do it. Love it. Love it so much. Or it's gonna be my dad's burger. He makes the best burgers, but because we have my dad always use meat from farms and and all that kind of stuff. And makes the best. Yeah, like a really good burger.
There's we got a slaughterhouse not that far. That you want to talk about fresh burgers? It's a slaughterhouse with a basically like cafe restaurant attached to it. So yeah, you can't get anything fresher than the meat that they serve you, and it's fucking amazing.
My girlfriend's dad hunts his meat, and then he gives us like parts of it to eat. We have deer. We get deer every now and then.
Oh, deer sausage is fantastic. Deer meat, deer burgers. Yeah. Okay. Oh, no, my mouth is watering. Fuck.
Oh yeah. I'm hungry.
I got some Chinese.
I'm gonna have to find that place again.
I got some Chinese food next to me, so I'm good.
Ooh, nice.
Chinese food.
Yeah.
Yes, Steve.
Oh,
Yes.
Steve.
Aye, aye, aye.
Mochi. Of course.
Aye, aye, aye.
Yes. If you go to the right place, get it seasoned right. Most
Yeah.
places in the States, you're not. If it's ground up, it's going to be mixed with another meat.
Well, preferably beef, probably.
Yeah, preferably beef because deer is very, very gamey.
Ooh, if you ever mixed deer with lamb, it's delicious.
Well, I would just mix
Deer
lamb
is
with lamb.
good.
I'm just eating
Lamb
lamb.
is good.
Just give me lamb.
Even horse is good.
Never had horse. No, I don't think I will.
It's illegal to eat here, so we can't eat it.
No. We eat alligators.
Reindeers is good.
Those are illegal to eat here too.
The fuck?
You can eat
They're
that in
endangered,
all.
I think.
Just travel to you can also travel to Sami land, Kuttikaino and stuff like that they eat, deer all the time.
Yeah, again, traveling outside of the state is I'll pass. I try to do as little as possible of that.
So there's a lot of good things that you can eat. Rabbits are good.
Oh yeah, rabbit's delicious.
Oh, that's really good.
man.
I remember I dated a
food
girl
tonight,
back in the
ladies and
day.
gentlemen.
Yeah. I remember I dated a girl back in the day, and she broke up with me. Not broke up with dating, but she broke off the dating because I've eaten horse and and rabbits.
I'd try it. I've never had horse, but I'd try it.
Rabbit
Yeah,
definitely tastes like chicken. They say
it's
frog legs taste like chicken, and
never tried frog
no,
legs.
you're a fucking liar. But rabbit, yeah, I got tricked into eating Bugs Bunny. Say it's chicken. I mushed down on it. Hey, you know what that is? It's rabbit. Like, okay, I don't give a shit.
I have a really good recipe for
Fucking
for squirrel. I make pulled squirrel sandwiches, like how to do a pulled pork with the barbecue sauce. Because I make my own barbecue sauce, so I make shredded squirrel and
alligator is delicious.
oh,
And
alligator's
never
fantastic.
eaten it. Never eaten. That is one of
It's
the list
good.
I really want to try. I really
They're
want to
so
try
good.
it.
I love going to
Okay,
Renaissance.
it's kind of eating the dinosaurs,
Okay.
I love going to the Renaissance Festival and getting their fried alligator.
What I get at the Renaissance Festival is their Scottish eggs, boiled egg covered in sausage, deep fried.
Ooh,
Fucking
sounds
amazing.
good.
It
Sounds
is
really good, man.
fantastic.
If you ever go to Lake Charles, go to McFarland's. Their Scottish eggs are delicious. Like
talk about food, man.
It's a Celtic pub and it's delicious as hell.
Oh, nice.
Like I've had almost all the food from the menu over there. I've never had a bad meal there.
We got an update on Frankenstein. Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. They're going to start shooting he plans to start shooting in February.
Oh, really? Really?
Let's see. What do you say? It started working on it. Start shooting in February. It's a movie I've been wanting to do for 50 years. Oh, that is just definitely. Had an Epiphany is basically a movie that required a lot of growth and a lot of tools that I couldn't have done 10 years ago. Now I'm brave and crazy enough. How could you Guillermo del Toro, how could you possibly not be brave enough to make a movie?
Because he probably doesn't want to. He doesn't want to like try and like
fuck it up.
Fuck up like that. Like, because I love the original Frankenstein movies, the old like black and white ones. He probably didn't want to like. If he's the guy, I'm pretty sure he respects like the source material for stuff that he writes. He probably didn't want to shit on it. He probably wanted to have the confidence to make the movie before he actually made it.
Yeah, you have watched, the Curse of.
I barely have anything. I barely have anything in my fridge right now. I'm fucking broke ass.
Yeah, same here. Have you guys have seen the Curse of Frankenstein with Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee, right? Hammer films. Some of the original fucking horror movies from back in the day.
No,
if
I saw it, I was 6.
I saw the Curse of the Mummy back in the old black and white one. I watched Frankenstein versus the Wolfman back in the old black and white ones.
I watched Young Frankenstein.
Oh, Young Frankenstein is hilarious. I love that movie. Have you watched Young Frankenstein, Jason?
Werewolf. There. What? There, wolf. Excuse me.
Young Frankenstein. Yeah. I've seen it.
Oh,
Yes,
such a
fantastic.
good movie.
Yeah, it is fun.
So we got
Oh,
Oscar Isaac, Andrew Garfield, Christopher Waltz, Mia Goth. Who is Mia Goth? So
didn't Daniel Radcliffe recently do, or was it him, or was it Elijah Wood who recently did a Frankenstein movie?
Mia
Uh-huh.
Goth, she's really known for her movie Pearl and X. X is the sequel in a way. It's the first movie. Pearl is like the prequel movie. They are horror movies. Jen Ortega was actually also in X. So Mia Goth is really known for those movies. She's an okay actress. She's an okay actress.
Film, so something. Another thing to look forward to. Let's see. Isaacs, what's on Netflix? So he's doing it for Netflix.
A lot of people are doing stuff for Netflix lately. So
how do you? I don't understand how that kind of stuff brings in money. Doing a movie specifically for a streaming service. Now, sure, Amazon, Apple, they have money coming out of their fucking every single orifice on their body, and they can just piss it away in an attempt to get new subscribers. But streaming services, Igor. Streaming services, I don't see them as major money makers. It's Frankenstein. I
kind of want to watch the Daniel Radcliffe Frankenstein movie now, just to see what
it's like. McAvoy. Yeah, it's good. I didn't hate it. I did not hate it. I thought it was pretty decent.
Where do you watch it at?
Really? Me?
Yo.
Where I watch it at? You want to know where I watch movies? I can't say that on stream.
I mean, like, did you watch? You watch it in the theaters, or do you watch it on?
I watch
all
it
the above.
Okay. I'll find a way to watch it one way or another.
Duh.
There's a lot of places you can watch it.
I like the artwork.
The artwork is really good.
I'm a big fan of Bernie Wrightson, so yay, something to look forward to. I was genuinely excited when I found out that Guillermo del Toro was doing a Frankenstein movie. I like his movies.
Yeah, it can be decent, and hopefully, since it is with Netflix, I hope it's gonna be great though.
I still want to see Pinocchio.
I mean, some of like some of Netflix stuff isn't terrible, like Castlevania.
We don't talk about season 2, but
I haven't seen.
One,
talking about the new series.
Season 2 of Castlevania is woke as fuck.
Yeah,
is it season 2 or is it just a new Castlevania?
No. So the original Castlevania has 3 seasons, and then they're making a new series now.
Nocturne.
Yeah. Also, if you didn't watch it, there's another series that they made called Blood of Zeus. It's on Netflix as well. It's about one of the sons of Zeus that Zeus being promiscuous, getting in trouble with Hera, with Hera, causing another minor war in Olympus. You should watch it. It's pretty good.
See, Nocturne is the one that
is the grandson of
where
it's Nocturne. That's the one that's woke.
Yep.
Oh, I thought you meant season 2 of the original. No.
I talked about the new one that came out too. Yeah.
Okay, so you're talking about the season 2, not season 1, season 2.
No, the Nocturne, the new one. Yeah.
Okay.
Castlevania Nocturne. Stop saying season this, season that. Castlevania Nocturne.
Because Castlevania itself was great. I love the entire series. I love like the artwork.
Never finished it. Since I finished it.
The guy who made that series, he wants to redo Berserk's anime. He wants to do the artwork for it.
Okay.
Well, people don't like Castlevania Nocturne because they're a bunch of racists. Paul Tassi said so. Ignorant twat. Oh, in case you didn't know. What? Oh. Crickets?
I mean, I don't know what else we're doing.
Okay. Oh, it's getting late for Mr. Jason. Would you like to promote yourself? What are we doing? Oh, yes. Tomorrow night, right?
Yeah, that's one of the reasons that I need to go to bed a little earlier.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No. Well, I'm Jason Fox from 540 Studio. And tomorrow you can find us on 540 Studio. We are having Mike Barron on our show, and that's gonna be really fun to get him back on. And we're gonna talk about comics and everything from the good stuff and stuff that is happening in the comic world, and have his view and what he thinks about a lot of this stuff. We'll get to that. You have to let me finish, man. You need to let me finish.
See, well, the thing is, Jason,
Mm.
Kilt's a selfish
Mm.
lover. He doesn't like to he likes to be the
Mm.
one to finish first.
Yeah, that's a bold-faced lie, but anyway.
Yeah, but we are getting Chuck Dixon on. I need to properly fix the YouTube stream and the time and stuff there. But other than that, we're getting Mike Barron on. So it's gonna be really fun. It is gonna be around 5 p.m. Mountain Time, US. And then other than that, it's the same old, same old. We do the same old streams. I'm working on some videos that will be released hopefully next month, or it's gonna be the next month there again. I'm working on a lot of videos right now. Really fun. It is, some lore videos that I'm working on, so I'm really excited to put that out. Talking with other creators to get them on. But no, as I always say, life's too short. Make the most of it. And we on this panel, we would not been here today if it wasn't for any of you guys out there. Thank you for the support and the love that you are giving us. We really appreciate it. And all of you are inspiring us to continue doing this every single day. Thank you, everybody. We will see you tomorrow.
All right.
Goodbye.
I will see you tomorrow.
And I should be able to hop on as well tomorrow.
Yep.
We'll see you guys
5 p.m.
tomorrow.
Yep. See you tomorrow, man. Thanks for hanging out.
Of course.
So 5.
So 6 p.m. for us then.
6 p.m. Central. Because
We're in
I've
Central,
never
right?
used. We are in Central. Yes. Really?
What?
Did you what? Here, we're gonna keep this up. 1 a.m. North. He's gonna be up at 1. Well, fucking that motherfucker doesn't sleep anyway, or sleeps at extremely sporadic times. So, oh man, I'm not missing it. I'm gonna be hanging out with him at least for an hour and a half.
I should be able to get on. I should
at least an hour, and depending on how late they go, for sure. Because the later they go, I can come back.
I should be on. I'll be home.
I'm gonna set myself a fucking alarm. Oh, so we got Frankenstein to look forward to. No, it has been a long fucking day. I would have loved to talk more about Loki, but I don't know if saying nothing happened is the right descriptors, the right term.
I know.
I mean?
I think enough happened to be speculation. Like, there's a lot of questions. Like, my personal, I think in theory that it was Owen Wilson's character from the future that made Loki get pruned. I think that was that thing. I could be wrong, but I think it was. Yeah, I think it was him.
Supposedly, there's an older version of Sylvie that was cast.
Who fucking knows, man? Also, I will admit there is a plot hole, which maybe she isn't a Loki, because if you think about it, the whole thing about the reason why Loki was doing this, he had to pull all Lokis from all time streams out. Like, that was the whole reason why if I was understanding that correctly, to get this to stop what was happening to him from what was it called, time leaping? Is that what they called it?
Mm-hmm.
He had to remove Loki from all time streams except for one. So maybe Sylvie isn't a Loki.
I'm gonna have to go back. I'm actually gonna have to go back and watch that, because I was a little confused, because the way he described it, he had to be pruned from all the timelines, or he had to be pulled out of the time loon, or him just him, his physical being, had to be pruned from the timeline, which, okay, it's a bit confusing. That whole explanation was a bit confusing.
The way I heard it or interpreted it was like that, he was gonna he had to pull Loki from all of them.
Yeah,
Like he removed Loki from the time stream in general. So maybe she's not a Loki.
I have to wait and see what they do with it. I'll end up going. I still got to watch the first season just to get context of everything.
You can just ask questions and I can tell you.
My brain is on the downslope, so asking questions is not my forte right now.
When did it start going up?
I'm talking about mental fatigue. Oh, shit. A few other things I got to do before I go to bed. One of them I need to take care of before 10 o'clock, which is always fun. So give me a moment.
Well, if you need to go, we are at an hour and a half. So I mean,
yeah, no, but we can go 2 hours.
Okay.
I just gotta find. There it is. Fucking hell. Oh God, here. Do. So what else are you looking for? Are you looking forward to anything else this year?
Now
that fucking Dune got postponed for no goddamn reason.
I still haven't seen Dune 1, so. Man, obviously the only thing I've talked about.
You need to go see it.
Is
what?
I mean, Five Nights at Freddy's, which comes out in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Then there's
baby boy's mama going to take him to go see it.
You're not gonna go see it?
Oh, I'm gonna see it. I'm not seeing it. I'm gonna see it.
Okay.
But she wants to take him to go see it, so I'm not. No, they're gonna go see it. There's gonna be a mommy son thing.
I don't know if Markiplier's Iron Lung is gonna be out this year or not. I hope it is.
Is there any update on Iron Lung yet?
No, not yet. He said he's in the process of editing. Well, editing got shut down for him because his grandmother died. So, let him deal with that first before.
What the fuck? You think I'm gonna send him a personal message? Hey, bitch, where's the fucking movie we've been waiting for all this time?
Yes.
I would do that. I can't imagine any of his actual fans doing that. Like, how can you be that?
I mean, dude, man, there's some people out there that do that shit. Like, there was somebody who commented on Jack. I don't think he was a fan of Jacksepticeye, but there was a fan who, and Jack made a whole video because he happened to see the comment when Jack's dad died, or Sean's dad died. Someone told him, "I bet you he died because he was disappointed in seeing his son become a YouTuber." Someone commented that on one of his videos. How could you
possibly be disappointed in your son when they make millions of dollars a year? Like, I just can't imagine that. Like, he was basically so far up your own ass that, I don't know.
Go ahead. Yeah, like someone did comment that like he died to like save himself the embarrassment of that. It was, and then Sean made a whole video based on it. And I was like, that's fucked up. So there are people out there.
I wouldn't even give someone the time of day if they said something that's stupid. I don't feed. Well, no, I do feed trolls by trolling them, but that's about it. I would not give any sort of serious acknowledgement to anything anybody said like that.
Well,
because you just.
Well, we're all different. It clearly fucked with his head. And I mean, granted, I would imagine that would fuck anyone who cares for their dad. That would fuck with them.
I love my dad to death. You can try to fuck with him all you want to, even after he dies.
I'm talking about like it would fuck with your head if someone said that on one of your videos if you announced that your father passed away. I'm sure it would. I know you would probably ignore, but it would get to you a little bit if you care about your father.
No, really, it wasn't. No, something that stupid would not bother me because you have to understand I've said this before. My father and I, we make jokes to deal with the bullshit of life, of loss. He called me to say when my mother was cremated. Hey, let's go story time. Give you a little insight into the dark ass humor that we put ourselves through. My mother was cremated after she passed away. It was her wish. So fine. My dad calls me up, says, I brought your mom home. I said, cool, how's she look? He says, a little ashy. Like, what the fuck, dude? Caught my ass off guard, okay? Which one, Ark? The guy that trolled Hypnotic Stream, which one? The insufferable twig that was going after Leon? Or was it before that? Oh yeah. I jump on Hypno streams looking for trolls just to pass the time. And somebody actually jumped on and went after Words of Paradise because Leon didn't think that Starfield was woke. Because pronouns, and this dude spurged the fuck out. Started going, I was like, you're ruining the stream. You're the worst thing on this stream. Yeah, and I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
I don't know. I wasn't there, so.
Oh, the sexual comments. I wish I could remember the shit that I said because, well, my memory Swiss cheese on a good day. Ow, 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 ow. I see trolls and I comment, I respond, and then I move on with my life. Oh, was he the one that was trying to get everybody, just say the word, say it. Come on, say it, you coward. Say it, pussy. Oh, God. Those are the worst kind. Like, if you're going to go into someone's live stream and troll, you better have your game on point. Because if all you're doing is trying to coax people into dropping, like, into giving an F slur or an N bomb or anything like that, it's like, that's what you're trying to get people to do? Like, really? Be entertaining at least. So, golly. Come on, say the word. Like, you're an ignorant. I can't remember. I think I said something just to egg them on. That's what I do. I egg trolls on. But it wasn't my live stream, so I was okay. But yeah, gallows humor. Yeah. But anyway. Yeah, we're both yawning here. I think we are going to end the stream a little early tonight. Like I said, I wish we could have talked about Loki more, but there's I don't think there was enough to talk about after the first episode. I said the word. That's what I did. Come on, say the word, you pussy. You're the word. No, I mean, I did what he said.
I mean, you can add. You have anything you want to ask about it? I can answer it for you.
I mean, really, that's the only thing. I understand everything that happened with them going to the bar at the end of the universe to kill Kang, and with the last time on Loki, that little montage helped out a decent amount.
Oh, you mean like the thing that Ahsoka didn't do?
Yeah, they didn't even do anything like that at the first episode. Yeah, no, they didn't. There was no exposition, hardly anything, but the fact that, like, Loki being there and then him and Sylvie fighting, him trying to stop Sylvie, them going back and forth, and she kicks him through a time door, sends him back to the TVA, and when he gets back there, nobody recognizes him. So I saw that little part. I guess that's where the season ended after the death and all this other stuff. So I don't know if I'm curious to see how the writers are going to handle all this, because there's not a lot of shows out there that have been able to handle extra dimensional plus time travel. And they're trying to combine these two concepts into one thing. Like what kind of can of worms are you trying to deal with? You're trying to open up. It's like, it seems like they're trying to juggle flaming chainsaws with a baby in one hand. I don't know.
I mean, so far, like I said, the premise of the show's got me interested. So, like, I'm definitely invested so far as to where the hell this is going.
Yep. And the CGI, I can compliment the CGI. I feel comfortable in complimenting.
Oh yeah, it didn't look terrible. They made it actually look painful when Loki was being pulled through time. Like, it looked like it fucking hurt. It made me instantly think of the John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yeah, that's partially Tom Hiddleston's acting. So,
also, I mean, the jokes weren't terrible. Like the whole, like, how bad is it? Does it look bad? Like, it's okay. And then they look at the
and they turn to the girl. See, it doesn't look bad, does it? And you turn to her, and she's just standing there catatonic. It's like,
Terrified.
okay,
Like,
that's
bad.
and I'll give it this. I was expecting her to scream, but they didn't. They just let it sit. It's like
she's probably seen some shit working at the TVA. So,
but still, you could see the terror,
fear.
you could see the fear on her face, but she didn't. They didn't overdo it. So I guess that's another compliment I can give the showrunner. I can give the show. We're complimenting a Disney Plus show.
The jokes weren't bad. I liked the concept of Loki talking to Obi in the past and it affecting his memory in the future.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. It was cool.
That's the idea that time is happening at the same time. Past, present, and future is all occurring at once.
Yeah.
Which I've always found to be an interesting concept, which is why you can't change the future by going into the past because it's all happening.
Yeah, I thought it was a cool concept. Like I thought it was a cool little like thing that they were doing.
Are they going to fumble the ball on the 1 yard line?
Well, the thing is, I think for characters that people actually like, they do try a little. I know some, not always, but
I'm
sometimes.
sorry, you can't say that.
I said
Samuel
not always.
Jackson,
not always.
Secret Invasion was shit. Absolute fucking character assassination garbage. So,
well, look, to be perfectly fair, I can't really honestly say if Samuel Jackson is a fan favorite over Loki. Like people fucking love Loki.
Not over Loki, but Nick Fury was a fan favorite character. Samuel L. Jackson playing Nick Fury was a fan favorite. People were excited. I was genuinely excited to see what they would do because I had faith that Samuel L. Jackson is not going to let him do. He's not going to let him shit on that character. And what happens? They shit all over the fucking character. Why? Because it's a fucking paycheck. I have to keep remembering that this is a paycheck. But which one is Kang Prime, though? Which one was Kang Prime? Has that been revealed yet?
Not in the MCU.
I mean, I'll bring this up. Joshua Anderson, thank you for hanging out for a little while. Kang Prime is said to be the most powerful and the most dangerous of all the Kangs. Has he been introduced yet?
No.
We've only seen.
Yes.
I mean, I would hope not because they kind of cucked all the rest of them.
No, that was Kang the Conqueror.
The Council of Kangs and all the different versions of them. So apparently there's going to be at least one other version of Kang in this series.
Well, the thing is, Kang is a villain that you can't get rid of. It's the same concept of how Ultron was supposed to be. No matter what you do, you can't get rid of him. Like
unless you vision and just blow him up.
That was some bullshit, but whatever.
Of Disney Marvel? No.
No, Disney. I don't think did Disney own Marvel at that time?
I have no idea.
Hold on.
I'm going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship.
Let's see. When did Disney...
Skyrocket. That was the name that Mags Visaggio wanted to give the transgender. Yes.
Disney bought Marvel in 2009?
2010. 2009, 2010.
And then so yeah, Marvel. So Ultron was Disney.
Well, who was in charge? Somebody said in the chat earlier. I think it was either Hunty or Frost, the former head of the Marvel division. No, not Joss Whedon. Y'all help me out.
Kevin Feige?
No, not Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige was one of the people responsible for ousting the guy. Somebody remember. Former head of you motherfucker. I hate touchpads. I really do. Of Marvel Studios. Former president of Marvel Studios would be fuck you, Kevin Feige. What was his name? Not who is, who was.
It's he who remains. Ha.
So anyway, Cheesy ass motherfucker. He who
It ain't
remains.
easy being cheesy, baby.
Ike Perlmutter. When Ike Perlmutter was in charge, that's when all the good shit was coming out. Feige came in and got him ousted for whatever reason. At least that's what I've heard. So when Ike Perlmutter left, things started going downhill. Right around that time. So then we got She-Hulk. Fucking Christ. I would rather watch 10 more seasons of She-Hulk than one more fucking episode of Robin Hood. My God, everybody's making videos. They're doing like the videos that like Disbrew and Az are doing on Robin Hood are getting more viewers than the fucking TV show itself.
I'm not
for
surprised.
the target demographic. They're get like the episodes, and I think from episode to one, he lost Director X lost like a massive percentage of his viewers, like half or some stupid shit like that. And you're talking episode one getting 30 or 40 or 50,000 views. Critical Drinker got that in the first hour. That's like, and this douche nozzle wants to start calling everybody names, the usual names, because you're criticizing it. Oh shit, got the hiccups. The usual, SJW beach blanket bingo on Twitter. Get your bingo cards because you're going to be insulted because you're criticizing a show with a black lead. Same shit, different day. But he wants to go. He kept wanting to go on the big popular live streams, and they pretty much all said piss off because he was going in obviously in bad faith, just to sling names and just instead of like wanting to have a legitimate discussion.
Didn't on one of your videos recently he said that like no one wants to talk about it? Well, someone called him and said, "Hey, you joined our live stream," and he declined it or something like that, or he didn't.
Hypnotic is willing to have him on his show, but he doesn't want the smaller streams. Hypnotic Saturday Night Hypnosis is a extremely diverse panel with lots of different viewpoints, lots of different opinions. Every once in a while, they'll argue. They all argue with each other about whatever, this viewpoint, that viewpoint. Case in point, some of them felt like had just opinions on Starfield. This edition or that edition, you can see what road it's going down, but ultimately playing the game. And I agree with Leon. It's like, no, the game's not woke. There's no ideology in it. There are hints here and there, but ultimately the story and the characters, which is what I judge the ideology on it, and whether or not it's quote unquote woke. I go off the story. I go off the message. I go off what it's trying to push. And there's none of that in there. Just because, it's a female protagonist, it's woke. That's not how that works. You're making yourself look stupid. It's like, oh no. And the whole pronoun shit. Forcing your pronouns. Like, no, it doesn't force you, but you can change it. It gives you the option. That doesn't make it woke. Cyberpunk, you could have a chick with a penis walking around all you want to, or a guy with a vagina all you want to, and you didn't have pronouns. You had your name, V. Okay. Was that game woke? No. It was attacked. CD Projekt Red was attacked for being almost transphobic because of a fucking poster. The funniest part about that is Cyberpunk was attacked for being racist because of their depiction of the Voodoo Boys. Mike Pondsmith created Cyberpunk. Mike Pondsmith is a black man. Can you imagine that? Criticizing your game is racist.
Well, they only because they don't do their research.
No,
they just look at a name and they just assume he's white.
To top it off, you had like the Voodoo Boys speak Haitian in the game, and you had people, gamers, journalists from Haiti, going in, sitting down, and watching that portion of the game, coming out beside themselves with excitement, talking about that's my people, excited to hear the language, the inflection, and everything, the terms and everything, getting it right, excited because they had representation. Organic representation, not forced, not for some fucking checkbox. Representation done correctly. There was a reason they were in the game. There was a reason why they spoke Haitian. Where they're from, what they did, where they came in. It was done right. But CD Projekt Red, all these names and shit were thrown at them for whatever reason or another. And it's like, I totally forgot where I was going with that. So anyway, let's move on. Oi, oi, oi. Oh, yeah, the argument about Starfield and woke games because of A, B, or C, which is just nonsense. No, you have to pay attention to the story. You have to pay. It's more than just a race change. It's more than just, sure, those are red flags. I've admitted it, and I'll always admit it. It's a red flag. But you can't condemn based on a red flag. Pass judgment once the game is out, once the story is out, once the movie is out, the comic book, the movie, whatever. Sure, pass judgment. But if you're going to sit there and pass judgment based on a fucking trailer or a comic book panel or let's go back to Blue Beetle. Batman's a fascist. That's a bad look. That's a massive red flag. Was Blue Beetle woke? I would say no. It just wasn't as entertaining as I would have hoped. Some of the cliche stereotypes were just that, cliche stereotypes. So yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I can't stand. You have people who are supposed to be fighting the culture war and trying to get their voices out, get their message out, to fight against the ideological, the overdone, forced ideological message, preachy bullshit into our entertainment, taking that escapism away from us, fighting against all that, coming out and passing judgment based on a panel.
Well,
I think I did a video on that.
I think so. I'm
Max,
not 100%.
live video on your thoughts on Robin. I haven't. Okay. The first episode of Robin Hood is 45 minutes. I made it to 25 and I couldn't finish it. It was just, I haven't seen, Hypnotic did a few videos on it. I haven't watched them yet, but it's just the nonsense, giving that dude more clout because he's clout chasing. That's all he's doing. He's trying to get more attention for his shit show. And it is a shit show. And not just, the bastardization of the story of Robin Hood. No, the negative stereotypes for a black family is it's atrocious. Single mother with two daughters that are from two different men who are both absent. Who the fuck is this show for? And then
apparently, that demographic right there.
Like, how is this something that it's negative stereotypes over and over again? And then the camera work, God, getting me seasick, getting motion sickness watching the fucking first 10 minutes of it.
Well, at least you said Loki had better camera work in the first episode.
Yes, it did. Yeah, I did like the cinematography. Again, I liked the TVA. I liked the way they did that, and I firmly believe whatever camera lens that they were using to make the corridors look longer than they actually are, I thought that was pretty cool.
And you know what? Like, my girlfriend pointed out, she's like, "What's up with those people sitting down?" A lot of those two old people were disabled, and like that wasn't woke to have disabled people there. It didn't feel forced. It felt natural to have those like older corrupt people, not really corrupt, but like the older people, working on the counts. Yeah. But that lady who was making the decision, she had her. Oh, that was funny. That was just I know this is gonna make me sound political, but that made me think of like all the Joe Biden memes and like just our people who are in charge of us are just like the crazy sleepy old people. I saw a reel the other day where it's like it's that old lady singing in the car going na 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 na, and then like underneath it says, our Congress going in to make life altering decisions for us on so many dementia medications. It's just that little old lady, la 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 la.
I thought about the name for my channel. The name for the other channel that I'm planning on getting done started up before the end of the month. Ark, you better be listening. Kind of copying off of Count Dankula, straight up. Kilted Cajun 2 Nostalgic Boogaloo. You think that's too much?
That's a little bit too much.
A little bit too
In
much
my
because Count
personal opinion.
Dankula, Count Dankula, his is Count Dankula 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Speaking of Electric Boogaloo, well, we're not really that. I saw my friend John sent me a video today. There's some guy made a video called the Monster Mash 2. It's pretty funny. It's stupid, but it got a good chuckle out of me. It's like it's Frankenstein singing making on a take on the modern day movie horror guys, like how back in the day it was like him, Wolfman, and Dracula, and then he's like dealing with Freddy Krueger, Jason, Leatherface, the Ring Girl, shit like that. It's stupid. It's catchy and it's funny and it's just dumb. It's just dumb fun.
Kilted 2 Cajun Boogaloo. Huh.
What about Bayou Boogaloo?
Bayou Boogaloo. The channel is strictly going to be talking about toys, modern and 80s toys, like the shit that I'm going to be picking up on the secondary market.
So, guys, you're hearing it from here first. It's going to be an 18+ channel.
Not those kind of toys. Those stay in the closet.
If he has them, though.
I didn't say that. But no, like modern toys, mostly like Legos and some of the really fucking cool, like Stompy Robot model kits, Gundam, Robotech, shit like that. And maybe, well, just no, mainly fucking toys and shit. Positive, what's coming out, new releases, old shit, unboxing of shit that I get off of eBay. Although that's going to be the most difficult one, because what I want to try to do is get like something each week, but then do a big unboxing all at once in one video, once a month, maybe, or twice a month. I don't know. Then I would have to resist the urge to open the shit as soon as it comes in. And
you don't have that kind of restraint.
How much impulse control do you have? Anyway,
none.
I just got to figure out just a name, because it's still going to be me. It's going to be Kilted Cajun, but to try and separate the two channels, I need a name. Does it? I mean, and it doesn't necessarily have to be appropriate. Does the
Kilted
name have
Toys?
To be
there you go.
Kilted Toy.
I know that was shit. I am very well aware that it was shit.
Like, how appropriate does it need to be for the content? Because obviously, Kilted Cajun, the name, has nothing to fucking do with what I talk about.
I'm not 100% sure, man. Oh, hey, look, we made it to 2 hours. We did it. We rambled. We rambled.
Oh, we can keep fucking rambling, though. No, I need to figure out. Kilted's Toy Time Warp. Okay, something with time. Back here. Something with time warp. I like.
Warp again.
Toy Time Warp. Or just Kilted Cajun Toy Time Warp?
That's too long.
I wonder if there's a chance. Let's look up Toy Time Warp. Is there a channel out there? Time Warp Toys. Time Warp Toys. Huh. So there is Time Warp Toys. Time Warp Toys. Nostalgic has a channel. Because I don't need some I don't need some nasty fucker with 45K subs calling and telling me that you stole my this, you stole my that.
Again, you mean?
Yes, again, because I won't be so fucking nice this time. I was polite, sort of. Of course, you know, I could just do that and go fuck you, bitch. But that would be intentional. Try to avoid that. Ooh, I could definitely. Well, I could use that one as my icon for the other channel. Where is that? There we are. Anyway,
no. What you should do is get someone to make like a little get an artist to make a a stuffed voodoo doll of you with like you know because you're Cajun, so you're from the South. Like get a voodoo toy review.
And then I would get people looking for voodoo stuff. I don't want too much confusion.
Fair. Okay. All right.
You know, like
you still have a voodoo doll as an icon.
like some fucking Catholic ministry trying to sue a comic book writer because trademark infringement. People are going to get confused. No, they're not. Don't believe so. Yes, I did see the article already. Talking to Frost, I think it was it Frost or Hunty that brought it up. Anyway, light bright head. I'm working on that. I have a couple, but I want to do it right. Probably gonna do a light bright head. A light bright screen, you know what I mean? Do you remember that?
Yes,
you old enough?
I know. I own a fucking light bright. All right, motherfucker.
I'm kind of jealous. Get the old classic.
I don't know where it went, but I had one.
Yeah, Dick Masterson and Vito are bottom-feeding, scum-sucking, abysmal trolls who deserve everything they get in life. So yeah.
Wait, what?
Dick Masterson and Vito, they did some concern trolling with Eric July's Isom comic book because they sent some letter to a Catholic ministry or something whose initials, like, I can't remember what Isom stands for them, but it's a ministry whose the four words break down to Isom, ISOM. And they've had it for 25 years and whatnot, you know, with their brand and all this other stuff. Well, Eric July makes a comic book with the main character's name as Isom. And because he has a cross on his belt, well, then obviously he's religious. Obviously, there are similarities. And obviously, they firmly believe that a judge will take their side because they're taking...
They can't. There's too many differences for that to be copyright infringement. There's far too many differences for that.
Like one's a comic book and one's a ministry. How about fucking that? That's the whole thing about trademark, at least my understanding of trademark.
Oh no, I'm talking about copyright. No, trademark and copyright are two different things.
Yes, they are.
But
with trademark, it has, as far as I understand, and they would have to be similar brands, similar markets, and these two markets are so far and away from each other. But no, not video file. No, fuck off. One of the things that the guy is citing right here, a number of reasons that he believes are causing confusion between the two entities. Both organizations spell Isom in the exact same way. Well, one is a person's name, and the other one, let's see, Isom. One of them stands for International School of Ministry. It is not a name. It is what is it? An anagram?
Anagram, yeah.
Anagram. One is the name of a person. One is the name of an anagram. So they are not the same. As a result, internet searches for the word Isom bring up both organizations and products side by side. I just did a Google search for Isom, and it gives me the option. This search may be relevant to Isom Comics, but the first one that comes up is the School of Ministry. Second is Isom Comics. Now, if you go to if you're looking for the School of Ministry and you go to the Rippaverse Comics and you think those two are similar, you ate paint chips as a child. Social media hashtags including Isom are similarly confusing, especially hashtag ISOM. I might agree with you, but tough shit happens all the time. Both organizations pronounce Isom name in the same exact way because English, ignorant fuck. Both organizations are engaged in online sales of publishing content. Irrelevant. Both organizations have products that have Christian theme or mark. Simply because the Isom character in the comic has a cross on his belt. There's where your similarities end. Okay. So let's show you this right here. Everybody see that? Right there? The cross on his belt. That's what they're referencing in similarities with the Christian religion. Let's go back to the bottom. Both organizations have overlapping conservative Christian audiences. Relevance. What's the relevance? I'm curious. Both organizations are involved in charity work. Who cares?
Here, I'll play the card on. They're just racist. They don't want their association with a black man. There you go.
They have a problem with Eric July cursing and his views and his foul mouth, and they're concerned that people are going to confuse them. And it's like, first of all, they would have to prove the confusion outside of this moronic letter that fucking Dick Masterson sent intentionally. Like, this is absolutely intentional on the parts of those ignorant twats. Steve says, when goods and services are not the same in so much that no reasonable person could confuse them, there's no trademark infringement. One is a comic book. One is again, International School of Ministry. There can be no confusion. It's impossible. If you are confusing these two as the same, your mama fed you paint chips. Yeah. This was the whole problem. I know there was a few attorneys were watching She-Hulk, the She-Hulk cosmetics, which were pink, and She-Hulk, as in Jennifer, what's her fucking name? There couldn't be any confusion on the name, but it's stupid shit. Similarities in Christian films. Wait. You can see similarities in Christian themes, because I can't read right now because it's after 10 o'clock at night and my mouth is getting fucking working. Never mind. Go ahead and clip it. I don't care. Don't care. I don't care.
Maybe you just need to give your mouth a good workout.
Yeah. If Dick Masson, his name is Dick, whatever, had never sent that
talking
message,
about
this
Dick.
wouldn't be happening. Dick Masson, Delta Airlines and Delta Plumbing. See, precedents have already been set and shit like this, which is probably why. So, like, these people believe that they have a leg to stand on. Eric July's attorneys. This is not Eric July saying, no, I'm not doing it. This is Eric July's legal team saying no. That's it. One person's legal teams thinks they have a case. I don't think they do, but I am not attorney. I am not a trademark attorney or anything like that. You can
sue anybody for anything. It's just whether or not
you can try to sue. You can take it to litigation, and they tried to settle out of court amicably for whatever. But again, Eric July's attorney said, no, we're going to win, because obviously they believe they have a case. They believe there is no trademark infringement, because when you go for a trademark, obviously you're going to get on Google if you're smart enough. Like, if you're not Marvel with comic books, you're going to go online and type in ISOM instead of, unlike Marvel attorneys who didn't go online and type in Ironheart and come up with the Japanese porn of it. Oopsie doopsie. I don't know. See, that's the whole thing. I don't know if he's going to laugh it out the court. He has to look at it. A judge has to look at it. They're taking it to the court.
Oh, yeah. A judge has to look at it, but he can easily just be like, okay, no, dismiss.
The whole thing is the ministry has to prove infringement. They must prove this is detrimental to them. They have to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt, because they are the plaintiff. Eric July is defending himself. So as long as you get a decent judge who understands the rules and everything, and you have attorneys who worth their weight, who are worth a shit, which I firmly believe Eric July does, this case isn't going to go anywhere. It's going to be a waste of time. And if anything comes out of it, sick them on fucking Dick Masterson. If they can prove it, that this was instigated by a twat waffle, I don't know. Can anything come of that? Because this was a categorical attack. No, this was an intentional load of bullshit. But anyway, that's enough rambling.
You'll have to just let the courts decide at that point, because
yes, absolutely, and you're not going to hear Eric July talking about it anymore. So I know there's going to be people sending him super chats and shortest case in history. They're going to be sending to what's going on with this, what's going on with that. People are going to want to talk to him. People are going to be harassing him left, right, and center. But because this is going to court, you're not going to see a single video, statement, social media post, anything about this, because I think he already made the announcement when all this stuff came up a couple of months ago. When all this started, he made the statement that he will not be talking about this. He is leaving it in the hands of his attorneys, and that was his last statement on it. He brought it up, he made a statement, and that was it. So I will be interested to see where this goes, and obviously Dick and Vito, and of course, who is a fucking organized chaos, and that those other douchebags. That be thankful you don't know who these people are.
I have no fucking idea.
Just be fucking thankful. Organized chaos. You would want to put an ice pick in your ear so you wouldn't have to hear him anymore. You want to talk about Disney?
Why not just put an ice pick in his ear?
Or because her. That's well, no, his. He is oh god, he is fan. Wait, yeah. Oh god, fucking organized chaos. Oh, you want to talk about disingenuous bad faith arguments? It's ridiculous. These are people who go after someone's success to try and tear them down because of they're straight up jealous. There's no other explanation. But anyway, I'm gonna shut the fuck up now. We're call it good night.
Apparently, just good night, everyone.
No, you usually. Okay, yes. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. Thank you for joining us. As always, it's been wonderful. It's been slow because, well, Loki was not a lot. There really wasn't a lot to talk about, but it was good. I'm not going to recommend it just yet because not a lot of people thought the first season was good. Some people did, some people didn't. I'll go watch it first myself. What I've seen in episode 1 so far, I like. Is it great? No. Is it good because the rest of Disney Marvel has been shit? Maybe.
You mean you're trying to say by comparison?
By comparison, it might be good, But hey, we'll see where the next episode comes out tomorrow. So I'll be watching it over the weekend. I'm going to try and catch up. There's also a spin-off of The Boys that just came out. It's 4 episodes in.
I did see that. I was curious about it.
What the fuck? Gen V. So
I don't know why, but that made me. I understand the name is because V because of that's the drug that makes them super. But that's, I don't give a fuck. That name sounds so stupid.
Gen V, Gen Z. They're trying to get a play on names. So tell you what, let's watch Loki episode 2, and how many episodes of Gen V you want to put in for homework? There's 4 episodes.
We'll give it the first episode so far. I trust The Boys. I've been liking The Boys. The Boys is good.
I've heard mixed things about it. I'm going to check it out for myself. Thank you, Jason.
Depending on who you listen to, some people say it's good because if you get the far right who watches it, they are going to hate it because there's a lot of comparisons to Homelander being the parody of Trump. I didn't really
a lot of criticism. They go after the right with a chainsaw. They go after the left with a squirt gun. So they go after both sides, but they use kid gloves on one side and gauntlets on the other side. I
honestly haven't noticed
I'm not familiar with the
message. I really haven't noticed it. It's all about the fact that the superheroes are corrupt. The government is corrupt. Everybody's corrupt. That's the saying is there's the whole thing. The whole show is no one except for a handful of people are actually good in this world. That's the whole thing. It's a whole bunch of corrupt superheroes doing fucked up shit. That's it. It's stupid, dumb fun. I haven't really noticed political. Oh, Jason apparently said Gen V is bad.
First episode is an hour. This episode contains scenes depicting. I'm sorry.
I love Anthony
depicting self-checkout.
I love Anthony Starr's performance as Homelander. I think it's fucking great. He's doing. He's
discretion is advised. So I'm gonna check it out for myself. I'll probably watch a couple of episodes this weekend. I'm gonna watch Loki. So yeah, we'll go from there. We'll have a few things to talk about, and we'll see what the state of all these. How many more shows do you think they can cancel and postpone before the end of the year?
All of them except
all
for
of them.
Loki.
Well, because
And-
Loki's already out.
Yeah.
And they're not going to postpone the Marvels because it's too goddamn close.
Well, we'll just have to see next time on this thing that we do every Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Also, while we've been talking, I just got done editing my video, so my newest episode of Baldur's Gate playthrough. So hey guys,
hey, go check that out. Links are in the description down below.
It's not out yet. I'm exporting it right now.
I don't give a shit. Links are in the description down below. Go to subscribe to the channel.
Sometime tomorrow, it'll be up.
Eventually. So, yes. Good night, everybody. Thank you for joining us. See you next time. And again, as a reminder, tomorrow night on the 540 Studios channel, 6 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Mountain.
It's in the comments. You can see it. It's in the comments.
Yes. Go link. Come over there. Come hang out with us. See you next time. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone. Good night, Jason.